Hey, it's April from the Noble Garden. Today is February the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope everybody got to spend a little extra time with the ones they loved. I am 2 days behind on this, and what we're going to do today is we're going to start my round 2 of seeds. Being 2 days behind is not going to hurt anything. Life gets in the way, but 2 days isn't going to hurt anything because I might plant this stuff 2 days late, for all I know, into the ground. However, before we get started, I do want to show you how the other seeds that we planted on January the 29th are doing. So let's look at that first. I actually, guys, got a new setup because I decided to grow way more seeds than my other seed rack could handle. And this gives me plenty. You see new lights as well. When I bought this new rack, I knew it did not have enough lights. I went researching and found these grow lights on sale at a better deal than buying shop lights. So the first 2 racks do have the normal grow lights that everyone talks about. And then if I end up going down to the lower 2 racks, they will have my shop lights. Let's take a look at how these are doing. So anyone who's familiar with growing can say that they're leggy. And to be honest with you, I don't know how that happened because I just moved them to this rack yesterday. And these guys were practically, the light was sitting on top of them. There is no reason why my broccolis and cauliflowers got leggy like this. As you can see in the back, those are spinach and they're not whatsoever. I'm going to restart in this group that we're doing today some more broccoli to see if it'll do a little bit better. Because cabbages don't look so bad on this side. Cilantro, I only got this one to pop up and it's leggy. I don't know what's going on with that. But on this side, my snapdragons are doing good. On the back of there, sweet lissam's doing good. The coneflower, that you can see really close up right here, is doing good. I'm trying to find my lavender because that's what I'm most excited about. Lavender's back here in the back, if you guys can see it. Lemon Bob did not pop up. This is my 2nd year in a row, and I'm just having a hard time with Lemon Bob. I'm going to throw some more seeds in there. Mint, thyme, oregano, and like I just said, my cilantro didn't do good at all. I'm going to throw some more seeds in there and try again. But let's see here. One thing I do want to show you guys that you would do with stuff that's super leggy like this one, for example, that's not a good one. I'm going to go ahead and cut it at the base, and that will keep it from stop growing. I'm going to pick one per container to keep, so that way it can focus on growing that one only. And you want to pick the strongest one. I wish I could bring you guys up closer. Because on this one right here, I could tell that the stem on the middle one is thicker than the one behind it. So, of course, I'm going to pick the one with the thicker stalk. The other thing I'm going to be doing is I have a fan that I'm going to put on this so that way it can... One thing you could do is go by and do this. That's going to help their stems as well. But I'm going to get my fan out and put it on them as well. Because you want to resemble what the wind would do. I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. It'll take forever to do on camera, but I just wanted to kind of show you. So that's what you want to do. Trim it down to 1, and you want to trim it down to the strongest. So I'll do the rest of this off camera. Let's go ahead and sow some of these seeds. Here's you a little up close of what I've done. And that is in these first 2 trays, you'll notice there's only 1 seedling per tray left. Okay guys, today we're going to do 3 trays. I went ahead and put the soil in, and my daughter helped me with that, and she helped me with the labels just to get ahead this time so you guys don't have to watch me do that boring process. And then I also did the video again of how I prepare the soil a week ahead, so I'll go ahead and post that up right now for you guys. In case you didn't catch my first video of me doing my seedlings, I am going to start my second round, and I went ahead and dissolved my cocoa coir in 2 pots of hot water. And the reason why I do that is because I did some research and watched a couple other videos and people talking about it. And supposedly doing hot water soaking a week before you start seeds is supposed to help with the fungus gnats. So we'll find out. So far, the ones I started, I think last week, have gotten no fungus gnats so far. Let me show you what the cocoa coir, which this is cocoa coir. It comes in these blocks, and when you dissolve it, it makes beautiful dark soil. I'm deciding to do this route this year because I'm just getting more and more into this garden stuff, and I'm trying to find cheaper ways of doing it than buying already packaged soil mix. Cocoa coir has no nutritional value in it whatsoever, but when the seeds first start out, they're little baby leaves. They have plenty of nutrition in them. They don't really need much, but once they get 4 to 6 weeks old is when they do need some nutrition. And that's why, with more research I've done, I'm going to try liquid seaweed to fertilize them with around 4 to 6 weeks old. We'll see how it goes. This is wholly experiment for me. I'm more worried about my peppers and my tomatoes. So if this works for my lettuces and my flowers, then I'm excited. If it doesn't, then we'll do something different for my peppers and tomatoes, because those are the ones that are like life or death for me, especially tomatoes. So that's the beginning of that one. We'll start some seeds here in a second. But before we get started on starting seeds, I do want to show you how my seedlings are doing from last Saturday. There you guys have it. There's some sweet alyssum that's popped up. And this tray also, in the far back, I don't know if you can see them because they're so tiny, but it has some snapdragons, which I'm excited because last year I couldn't get snapdragons to pop up. But this year so far, my coneflowers, I don't see any. We'll see how that goes. Now down here, I'm not too shocked these started up, guys. These are broccolis and cauliflowers. They're usually pretty good about starting up. One thing that's popping up today that has not popped up so far that I'm excited about is I see some spinach starting to pop up, and they're kind of harder to get to pop up. So that's exciting. And then here on the top, a lot of that in the back is herbs. They're not the easiest either. But right here in the front are my cabbages, and of course they have popped up. Let's take a look more into these herbs. It looks like some herbs in the back there. That's thyme. But no oregano, mint, lemon balm, or lavender's popped up, which lavender can take some time. But there we go. That's how they're doing. I am going to water them today. They have not been watered since Saturday, so that was almost a week. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so I decided to go ahead and water them a day before. I don't want them to get too dried out. So I'll just put a little bit of water in it. I'll let it sit for 10 minutes and then drain off whatever water they do not soak up. All right, guys. So right quick, I'm going to go around and tell you guys what I'm growing. So I'm starting, this is a lot of early spring, and most of this is lettuce related. So I have 3 or 4 types of kales. So up here in this corner, we're going to do the red Ursula, Jacinto, we call it dinosaur kale. That's what's going to go here. There's a couple more kales going around. We do 3 different types of romaine lettuce. This red, so it should be red, romaine, and freckled up here. And then on this end is black seeded lettuce. On this side, I'm doing 2 different types of flowers, and I'm not good at pronouncing these guys. I think I'm just going to put the name on the screen for you guys instead of trying to pronounce it because I don't want to butcher it. They looked really cute and pretty. I don't remember why I got these or whatever, but we're going to put them in there. And I really like Chasta daisies, so we're going to go ahead and do a roll of that. My cilantro didn't pop up very good, and then some more broccoli seeds that didn't pop, that were too leggy that I just showed you. So on this side, I have my salad bowl. There's another lettuce that we like. Let me get up and actually go to this corner because I can't really see what's going on that side. And then here in the south, lettuce sometimes can get tricky to grow because we don't really have a spring. So I wanted to try what's called slow bolt lettuce. I want to see if it bolts a little bit slower than some other lettuces. So on this other end, I have a feeling these two corners right here are the other two kales that are missing. And that's the scarlet kale and then the typical dwarf blue curled that you see in the stores. And let me go ahead and tell you what's going to go on this whole row here. So I have always wanted to do asparagus. The thing about asparagus though, guys, I'm the only one in my family that eats it. So you guys might think it's a little silly to grow it. Asparagus is a long-term plant. It takes a long time to get established. If I wanted to get it established faster, the best way to do is buy roots. And I was going to do that. I was going to buy roots, plant them, and go from there. But from where I'm the only person that eats them, there is no huge big rush in getting them going. When I first started planting stuff, my husband surprised me with a pack of seeds one day, and in those seeds was asparagus seeds. I never wanted to start asparagus that way. However, to save money, I decided to go ahead and start asparagus by seeds, knowing this could be 3 to 4 years before I can eat it. You guys will follow me on my journey of planting and growing asparagus. So that will be to continue. But we are going to start, and it is your typical Mary Washington brand. But yeah, we're going to start that with this group today. So let's get started on putting seeds in the ground. Let's get started putting seeds in the trays. Alright guys, that's one tray. I'm going to do the rest of them off camera because these are little seeds that take a little time. And I will see you guys in just a second and we'll talk about the next step. Okay guys, so the next thing that I do to these is I'm going to put some warm water on the bottom of my trays. And that is to promote germination from my understanding. It's worked for me pretty well every time I try it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to let it sit for 10 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to drain the excess water because you don't want it sitting in water. There you guys have it. They all have water. And then 10 minutes, I will drain that. I won't bore you with that. I do want to let you guys know that the next time I start seeds, I plan on starting on February the 26th, which will be my favorite things to start. And that will be my peppers and my tomatoes and, of course, some herbs. I've got some basil that I'm going to throw in there. But the main thing is the tomatoes and the peppers, which are my favorite plants. I do thank you guys for watching my video. I hope that you are having fun learning with me on this experience. And if you like my videos, remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.